Hello, you are live with Archibald Chesterfield III, AC3. And today we're discussing two new hosts. We've got the SUCKAHORN back by popular demand. And we've also got CLYDE. And it's a very, very important step here. We've got two hosts. And CLYDE is very eager to entertain. And the SUCKAHORN is eager. Hello, guys. How are you?
Good.
G'day, Arch. How are you, mate?
Hey, not too bad. Now I've thrown all those bottles in the bin.
Yeah.
So
very good.
SUCKAHORN, I've thrown all the bottles in the bin.
What are you recording the video on, by the way?
What do you mean by that? Sorry.
Are you? Is it on the phone, your iPhone that you normally do?
No. This is just using a Logitech webcam.
I don't suppose you could just, I don't know, just go videotape briefly the bin with the bottles in it, could you?
Sure, I can.
I don't want to say
Sure.
I trust. I don't want to say I don't trust you, because that would make me sound untrusting.
Yes, of course, because you certainly wouldn't want to be unwelcome on the channel, would you?
Absolutely not.
You wouldn't want to be unwelcome. But in the same token, Archie does have a bit of a hoarding dilemma. And okay, you stay there, guys. Stay there. I'll go and get a photo, okay?
Right, okay. What's the photo going to be? Oh, this will be big.
I had my relations do that all the time. Oh yeah, threw it away. Yeah, got rid of it. Got rid of it.
Hello. It's a bit violent in the background.
I think you tripped over something. How hard do you think it will be to get the grill away?
Sorry?
How hard do you think it'll be to get him to throw the grill away?
The drill?
The grill, the Mercedes grill. I'm going to
A couple of nail holes in the wall. They have it up on the wall.
If you live in a tavern, sure.
Oh, well.
Oh, well.
What's he doing?
No idea. I don't have any picture over here.
All right. I just in the bottom left-hand corner you can see.
Oh, that's right. It's just showing empty. Super Blobsterman. Oh, yeah. Archie free balling it.
Might be.
I think, yeah. I think they can kind of see the video, but hopefully not.
Yes, they can.
Well, they're referring to it, so. Oh, wait.
Here we go.
So, guys, I'm back again. How are you?
Right.
Yeah, so I'm just processing those photos now. So, guys, talk to me. Talk to me. What's going on? Tell me what's going on. John, how do you feel about having CLYDE on the channel sometimes? You're not upset?
Clyde and I have a bit of time off air. When you're not here. Yeah, we've been chatting. No, we've been chatting just up until you called. Yeah.
Yes, I understand. CLYDE's a great guy. He's
Got Clyde's good. No drama there. No drama there.
So guys, sorry.
Oh, okay. What's the topic of this one? Two co-hosts.
Yep, the two co-hosts. So we just want to see if we can make a go of this, because I got to tell you, things aren't looking good. Things aren't looking that good there, you know. It's just hang on.
Just hang on. Hang on, Clyde.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, guys. Sorry about that. Look, guys, it's a disaster. Absolute disaster. The YouTube has pulled the rug out from underneath me. And I'm trying to see if I can franchise you two guys.
No, I don't think that's going to happen. No, won't be anything in it, will there?
Nothing in it for you guys, but
Yeah, right.
But, you know, there's more to life than money. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yes, I buy Rolexes with nice fluffy feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyhow, guys, I just want to tell you, look, seriously, do you think I've got a problem? On a scale of 1 to 10, on the hoarding scale, what would you give me?
10. 10.
10 in Roman.
On a hoarding scale, a good 8.5. Whether you got a problem, yeah, definite 10 out of 10 there.
No, Spinal Tap. This is a Spinal Tap. Out of 1 to 10, you've got 11.
But I don't collect
You're
newspapers.
Yet.
Plastic bags.
That's because you're not in the newspapers yet.
So how bad is it with your relative who had that problem, Clyde? How bad did it go?
Oh, like I said, when I was a kid, I remember there's just little tiny little hallways I could just barely get through as a youngin'. And then it got so bad the family had an intervention and literally had to hold her down while the rest went in and just cleared out. I mean, literally had to hold her down and just cleared box after box after box of newspapers and everything else. On the plus side, she didn't have a house full of whiskey bottles, but you know, hey.
What did she hoard? What was she hoarding?
Name it. Literally anything she can get her hands on. The problem just got worse gradually over time. was she a depression person? Yeah, and
Born in the depression?
Yeah, definitely. That also has a lot to do with it too. You know, don't throw anything away because you could reuse it. So yeah, my parents were as well.
Were they hoarders?
It wasn't. Everyone's going to call me and contact me now. It wasn't until they got older that they became. But it seemed like in each case there was an element of loss. They lost something in their lives.
I see.
Sure. I think my aunt, her husband, became an invalid, couldn't make a living, and Mom, after Grandma and Grandpa passed kind of tragically. That's when her problem started. You know, and sometimes it's just depression.
I see. How about you, Suckahorn? Have you been a hoarder yourself, Suckahorn?
Oh, yes, I'm a hoarder. I was speaking to Clive about it. I hoard my stamps, and I hoard my teacups, and my oil paintings, and my Buddha images. You know,
are the teacups worth much, Suckahorn? Because I've got a feeling all this china, expensive china, is worthless now, John.
You'll always get, you know, $20 for a trio. Anywhere at auction, you'll get a, you know, $20 for a Royal Albert trio. You know, depending on where you want to sell.
That's not much. That's not much, is it?
Well, you got 1,000 of them. It's, you know, it's a few bucks, isn't it? You know, you've got a few hundred teacups, and you know, some of them worth $100, and some worth, you know, $20. You know, you average them out at, you know, what, $50 a cup or something. You know, that's $5,000 for every 100 cups you got, isn't it?
So, guys, let's talk about the channel there. You guys are.
There's actually a solution brought up on the comments for your hoarding problem.
Yes.
Actually, they suggested you should buy another Protect. They think that would be the best way to help with your hoarding.
I love these guys.
Well,
I just find it hard to throw things away because I had no money at one stage. You understand?
Oh yeah.
I've had bitches who've taken every fucking brass razoo off me. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
I'm emotionally scarred as a person. I'll never be sane again. You know that? These bitches have fucking taken things off me that I'll never get back again.
Well, one of the things I've noticed when you're earlier in the week, you're talking about your favorite pieces, but it seems like your favorite pieces were the ones you lost because of financial adversity early on.
Yes.
So it's just like, I got to get that back. I got to get that back. Sometimes there, and sometimes it's just with the collecting. It's just the thrill of the hunt.
Yes. Yes. I see what you're saying. So what should I do then, guys?
Can you buy that?
What should I do?
All the stuff is not worth a buck. Chuck it out. Yeah. Unless that's got some sort of sentimental value.
Let's go through. Actually, just hang on there.
No, you're opening the door pretty wide there.
Well, he wouldn't want to. He wouldn't want to chuck out his what was his grandfather's rug, would he?
Blanket, no.
With the moth holes in it.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
and throw out the. Okay, here's the next thing you can do.
Like here, I got 2 movie tickets. This is when I took that NBA girl out. John can relate to that romance. So I took the NBA girl out. You know that mask. The one, the 256 a.m. girl, right?
Was that the?
She doesn't talk. No. This was a 33-year-old. This one here, remember this one, John? 2:56 a.m. Right? And now she won't. Now she won't speak to me. Now she will not speak to me.
Okay. Rip. You still have your trash bin or your trash bag?
Yeah. Chuck them out.
Rip. No. Rip them up. Rip them up first.
Okay, then you can't get them out again.
Exactly.
The tobacco tags.
Check.
What you do with them, you open them up, and you put them in a stamp sheet and sell them off on eBay. Someone will buy them on eBay. You know, put them away and file them up, take your pictures, put them on eBay, you'll get about
fake Rolex, this really dodgy bracelet. I think that needs to be thrown out. Don't even know. I've had this for years on my... Don't know what the fuck I've had it for. Just absolute garbage, you know. So guys, talk to me. In Clyde, in your case there, when this person died eventually, how did you guys clean up the hoarder's house? Tell me this.
Jeez, I don't think we ever got around to it. I hate to say, but my mom was having problems by that point, so it's like we kind of had we had our own problems. It was kind of up to our, it's kind of up to our daughters. But Marianne.
Was there anything valuable in the hoarding?
If you ask the hoarder, everything is valuable.
See, I don't think I am a true hoarder because I thought, no, those bottles are useless. Get rid of that. That's crap.
How many times did you ask us to throw away the bottles? We can play the footage. I can go back and see. 15, 16. Geez. By the way, the bookshelf behind you?
Yes.
What are those on top of the bookshelf? Up there. What are those?
Those are expensive wine bottles I'm going to use in a photo shoot.
Photo shoot. Well, look. Okay, let's do the other thing. Okay, the clothes. Now that shirt fits. Good. Okay. No, I'm serious. I mean, you could always use it as a weekend shirt, whatever. Bangers.
Yes.
Go through and all your clothes and the clothes that don't fit. Chuck
but I'm going to lose weight soon. I'm going to do the ArchieLuxury weight loss.
No. Look. Let's be honest here. Fat boy to fat boy. Okay. We both know it doesn't work that way. It don't work that way. Throw them out, and when you lose weight, you get to buy new clothes.
I see. Can I ask you something? Right? Can I ask you something personal?
Sure.
I want to ask you something personal, okay?
Can I ask? You don't have to answer it.
When you throw the shirts away, can I cut the buttons off first? Hello?
Sure. I guess, yeah. Then we'll go
Hello?
back, whatever it takes.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
John,
Keep the button.
is it possible if I've got collars that have chafed a bit, can I just get them redone in Thailand?
Yes.
You
Yeah.
can?
Okay.
Yeah,
Now that's okay.
they'll put a neck on. Yeah.
But
Yeah, cool.
the clothes that don't fit, chuck them. Start one thing at a time.
Okay. So you're saying I've got a bit of a hoarding problem, you're saying to me, aren't you?
Wait a minute. Let me check the comments.
Yes. Yes is the answer, Clyde.
Yeah, pretty much.
He has got a hoarding problem. Yeah. Yeah.
One man's garbage is our. Now I know why you don't read the comments.
Don't read the comments?
Now I know why you don't read the comments. I can't keep a straight face reading them.
Get used to it.
Yeah, he's going to lose weight with his waffles and ice cream diet. By the way, that's waffle abuse, and waffle abuse is wrong. You do not eat ice cream on waffles.
No,
period.
why's that?
Because you're supposed to have them with butter and syrup, my God.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. No, it's waffle cones, yes. Waffles, no. You took my...
Which way?
I see.
Sorry, I'm going to quit reading the comments.
I see.
Good to see you enjoy yourself, Clyde. Very good.
Yeah. So fuckahorn. Fuckahorn.
You look like, sorry, you look like my skeleton.
You get worse than that, Clyde. Don't let that worry you.
I think it's funny. It's cracking my ass up.
So, guys, I wanted to ask you, what's going on if I can't make money out of YouTube? What should I do as a job?
Now we're talking serious. Say that again. What can I do as a job for a job?
Yeah, how do I survive then? I mean, I need the money that I get, right? If I can't make money out of YouTube, what should I do then? Should I get a conventional job again? What do I do? I'll die otherwise.
If you do that, you're going to have to pull every video just about you've ever made. You
reckon?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Why is that, Clyde?
Well, you know, I don't. If you're a conservative employer, I don't know if you want to hire someone that says "fuck yeah" every 10 minutes.
I see, but that's in my private life. That's nothing to do with my work life, is it?
You tell that to your boss. You tell that to your boss. Yeah.
And in theory, communism works.
But you people in America are supposed to be so free. The land of the free. You can do what you want. You people have got so many fucking rules. It's not funny.
No, we incarcerate probably, for first world country, we incarcerate the bigger percentage of our population than anybody else. So, yeah, Jim Jeffries has pointed that out to us quite well already.
But you don't lock people up for minor drug crimes. For starters, that might create a lot of statistics. Instead of someone just having a joint hanging out of their gob, they bang them up for that in the States, don't they?
Depends on the state.
The funny part is that we had a referendum. We're one of the few states where people can vote on something and bypass the legislature. And Oklahoma.
Can you smoke marijuana legally in Oklahoma?
No, fuck no. We're not that. No. But what we're trying to do though is normally just about any form of controlled dangerous substance is a felony. And even with pot or Xanax, it's like a DUI. The first time is a misdemeanor. You get convicted. If you get popped again within 10 years, even the second pot offense becomes a felony. So what the vote was, the referendum is simple cases of possession of controlled dangerous substances should be misdemeanors, period. Not distribution, not even possession with intent, not possession within a school, not possession in front of a minor, but fairly, and the legislature is trying to undo that as well, saying, well, obviously the voters didn't understand what they were voting for when it was like one of the most hotly contested elections in, I don't know, the last 20 years. So, yeah, our drug laws are kind of fucked in this country.
But then, you must admit what I'm saying is a lot of people incarcerated in the United States for minor, virtually minor misdemeanors with regards to drug offences.
Yeah, I think it should be. Well, I think it should be a misdemeanor, and there's almost a hesitancy to go through with a felony because a felony can screw someone else's life. Our state, if you're a felon, you're always a felon. Doesn't matter if you serve your time. Doesn't matter if you never do anything else like that again. You're a felon for the rest of your freaking life.
You've got a record. Yes, and I understand that. That's what states in America is it? What 5 states in America?
Colorado, Oregon, California, and a couple other ones.
Less than half a dozen. But it's still a federal offence, isn't it, too?
Well, that's true. However, under the Obama administration, more or less, they were given straight orders to lay off prosecution in the states that decriminalized it or lessen the criminal offenses of it. They have they can decide how harshly or how strictly they want to enforce the laws. But in Australia, if there's an inconsistency of laws like that, with regard to its extraterritorial legislative effect, if the Commonwealth wanted to enforce its legislation over the states, that would be the case. But and I imagine most probably the same in America, but they don't exercise their hand that way in that circumstance, I would imagine. So in other words, in Australia, you have something approaching what we call federalism, that there's distinct and different spheres between the federal government and the state government, to where the federal... federal system. Right. For a Commonwealth, state government, even a local government, local governments, which one could say, there's too many tiers of government in Australia, but there are 3. We have a federal system here. Yeah, in Oklahoma, we have the additional complication of tribal government because we have certain tribes that are sovereign governments within the United States, sovereign territories with their own laws. Especially Western Oklahoma, pretty big chunks of it. So a lot of... Where's Archie? What's Archie got his nose into? It must be something interesting. He's speaking to the girlfriend again.
No. You guys keep talking. I like this. I like this stuff on drugs and that.
We're not talking about that. We're talking about legislation now.
Or federalism, but yeah.
Federalism. Next topic.
Yeah.
Next topic. Lead us, Arch. Where are we going now? Oh no, he's pulled the headphones off. No, he's phoning up the girlfriend again.
Archie! Archie, yo!
There we go. He's back with us.
How are you?
Great.
Where we go?
Sorry to interrupt your personal phone call in your chat here, but...
Hey, that's okay. It's okay. It's all good. I was just talking to Hoarders Anonymous. That's all.
Oh, very good.
12-step program.
12-step program.
So, guys, I got to tell you this now. America, the war on drugs is winning, isn't it? Nixon started that.
No, it was started long before Nixon, but he's the one who coined the phrase, the war on drugs. But it was the big...
It's all working, isn't it? It's been a massive success in America.
I'm sorry. Are we talking about the United States of America, or are you talking about a different?
Yes, it's all been a massive success, hasn't it?
Well, a massive success if you're getting federal funds to enforce the laws.
It's like your 9/11 program that you've had massive success in the world with that as well, haven't you?
The 9/11 program?
Yes, you know, you went to Iraq and you sorted all those.
Oh, the war on terror.
You sorted all those fuckers out, even though I thought the fuckers came from Saudi Arabia, but near enough, near enough, near enough, near enough. So there's a lot of sand.
Right. Well, I shouldn't take the bait on that one. Yeah. We're also just making spectacular inroads on the war on obesity as well.
Yes, 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 yes. Well, me and you are both poster childs of that, aren't we?
Poster children, yes. So what was it like going through your old school? I can't believe anyone would throw away a perfectly good school like that.
Sorry, you can't believe what?
I can't believe anyone would throw away a perfectly good school like that.
Yeah, it seems to be a bit wasted, but it was, look, when I went there, it was in a bit of a lower socioeconomic group area. It was a little bit, you know, I went there for 2 years, and when I left it, later on, I realized it was quite I remember it quite fondly. I can't say that many bad things about it. When I went to an upper middle class school, what I found hard was that, I actually had to do some real work to get good grades. When I was in the lower I did a bit of work and I did excellent. I got very, very good grades. But when I went to the upper middle class school, I suddenly realized, hey, that ain't going to cut it. These are really smart people here. But
in my hometown, we still using the same high school.
Mm-hmm.
Built in 1967. Still making do with it.
Yeah, that high school there was about that vintage as well, actually. Which is I think it's a huge shame to see that they've let the buildings go to ruin. I mean, surely they could have we got a huge youth unemployment, youth fucking homeless. Wouldn't that be a great center for something? You know, couldn't they fucking fix these buildings up and make good use of them for something good instead of just letting it go to waste? It's been abandoned for about 15 years now, so it's kind of, they reckon it's not feasible to repair, or they'd have to start again if they were even going to use it for some other purpose. It's beyond salvage now, which...
Well, no, down and put residential property there, weren't they?
Possibly, yeah. It's a great block of land. It's in this little valley, and it was look, it was I enjoyed. It's very eerie. You walk around there as a kid. You remember all the discipline and rules, and it looks like the place has gone against it. There's no one there, not a soul there, so it's empty. And it's also run down, derelict. The graffiti's moved in. I went there a few years ago, and the graffiti's getting worse. It's gradually starting to... The trees are getting bigger, and damage is starting to set in there. You know what I mean? The damage is starting to happen. So, yeah, it was very interesting to walk around there, and bit of a very sad to see a wasted resource like that.
Mm-hmm. Well, I just can't see in Oklahoma throwing away a school building like that, because we'll keep the kids in there until the building falls down on their heads.
Well, the stupid thing is they build that school wasn't very popular with the middle class area where I live. So they built a school in the area where I live. And so that they built a school basically 3 kilometers from that school.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they did. 5 kilometers, 4 kilometers away, 4 kilometers. They built a new school. So who knows why they do this stuff, but it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad to see it. It was a good, you know, those buildings were a good resource, and it's kind of sad to see it fall over like that. But that is life, isn't it? That's what life is like. You know, things die out, and
when I go back to my hometown, I haven't been there in a while. It's kind of a strange feeling. It's almost like being a living ghost.
I see. Living ghost.
Yeah.
You obviously haven't seen SUCKAHORN after he's had a few in him.
Late at night,
You're a bit of a living ghost, aren't you, SUCKAHORN?
late at night.
Yes. It's very interesting indeed. But I got to tell you, guys, it's sort of eerie when you walk around the school. You kind of, it's an eerie feeling because you've got memories of it. I mean, I was in that school. That was 30 years ago, guys. 30 fucking years ago. And it's kind of, buildings like to be used. You know what I mean? Buildings like to be used. If you don't use a building, they go into disrepair. So look, it's just kind of, it was kind of a, it's kind of, that's just how the times are, you know? So, but guys.
Can I bring up one thing real quick?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, when you did the video about the consolidation of the collection?
Yes.
Holy shit, what a collection. Salivating over the entire thing, just like everything is a grill piece. But here's what I think was interesting about the consolidation.
Yes.
It's not so much the results as it is the analysis behind them.
Mm-hmm.
Because it tells you more about the person doing it and the reasons for the consolidation, for which pieces you would keep and which pieces you'd get rid of.
Yeah, that was a lovely collection, wasn't it?
Yes.
Well, it's like the watch collection equivalent of Fuck, Marry, Kill.
Yes.
Because like with that game, it's not so much which gal or guy, I guess, whatever, but the analysis behind it. I would marry her because blah blah blah. I would fuck her because et cetera, and I would kill her. So I just thought that was kind of interesting. What was the basis for deciding what pieces to get rid of? I mean, when you said, and to be honest, okay, just to show I'm not being biased here, but keep the Polar Explorer and get rid of the Pepsi GMT. How many of those liquor bottles did you empty before? So I'm wondering, why would you say? And like I said, I like the Polar Explorer. Don't get me wrong, but if someone said, "Hey, that's a nice Polar Explorer. I'll trade you this Pepsi GMT," I'd rip this thing off my wrist.
Well, the reason is that if you looked closely at the pictures, you'll see that the Pepsi GMT, I may have been a Coke. I can't remember. Was it a Coke or anyhow?
You're right. It was a Coke.
It was actually an early 90s one. So a Holes case with the non-solid end-link bracelet, and it's got the Pora Lume.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas his Explorer 2 was a no holes case solid end-link Explorer 2, which I think is a better watch. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he doesn't need to have the GMT to have any wow factor. He's got enough wow factor. His collection was amazing because I've had many of those pieces. But you look at the collection and say, okay, that Patek was amazing. You'd keep the Calatrava, okay.
Right.
You would keep the Reverso. That was beautiful. You would keep the he had some really, I think he had an AP. You'd say, okay, we'll keep that. Look at it and you think, oh, geez, you know, it was such a hard choice to make there. And I think he's he may have bitten off a bit too much. He might have bitten off more than he could chew, and he wants to rationalize, which is fair enough. But I gave him the advice that I thought I would do if I was in that situation. So, you know, whether he follows it or not is his decision.
But there wasn't a lot of thought or explanation behind the advice, which I thought was interesting. It's like, what were the choices, or what were the reasons for the advice in what pieces? That's what I was going to say. So, so I was thinking, like, but yeah, okay.
Yeah, Archie has an art of doing that, Clyde. Archie has an art of doing that. Pieces and why he sold it, and what's good about it and what's not good about it, because he's experienced the watch. The watches he speaks in depth about, the ones that he's owned, and he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, but I think it would have really complemented the video if he'd gone to that a little bit more in detail. That's what point I'm saying, because a lot of us were like,
I understand. Look, of course, look, you can always go into more deep. You can talk about this all day. It was a great collection, and I just looked at it and thought, look, these are what I would do. But he doesn't have to follow my advice. No one, at the end of the day, you got to follow your own advice. And it's what makes you, it's no point listening to what other people rationalize. I mean, I can tell you what I think you should do, but that's from my perspective. You got to do what you got to do. That's what it comes. Now, look, let's start another video. Let's have a little bit of a break, 10-minute break, and then we'll have another show, okay?
Okay.
Excellent.
All right. And to me, the explanation of why is what's really interesting. He doesn't. Oh,